Anime endings can either make a story unforgettable or completely ruin everything that came before it. What's good, folks? We back. And today, I'm not gonna lie, this one might be a little controversial. I just want to talk about some of the best and some of the worst anime endings I've ever seen. Now, real quick, there will be some spoilers, so I'm gonna have some timestamps down below if there's anything you want to skip. But let's get into it. Alright, so first up, let's talk about Persona 5 the animation. Now listen, the game, easily one of the best games of all time. Top three. And I think it's free on PlayStation Plus right now if you got that. But when it comes to the anime, it's actually frustrating because they had such a great story to work with, and the way they adapted it, it just felt rushed and a bit forced. Like, they tried to follow the story so closely that they ended up taking away what made the game special in the first place. Even Joker feels like he has no personality, and going into it, I was hoping for some extra meat on the bone, if you will. Like some I didn't already get from the game, but instead it didn't hit the way it should have. And then when you actually get to the ending, this is where it really starts to fall apart for me, because you got Joker getting caught, everything finally starting to build up, and then it feels like it wraps it up way too fast. And there's no real weight behind this ending, and there's no moment where you just sit there and just feel everything happen and be like, dang, that was a story right there. Hey, if you made it through those 24 episodes, hey, you was a good one. But it's more like they took the story and just started ticking boxes off. Oh, this in the game? Yep, this in the anime. Yep. Like, there was no heart behind it, and that ending, it really soured the entire thing. Just a heap of trash on top for me. And what makes it so frustrating is that I feel like this story, it could have been absolutely amazing. Listen, the game was amazing, so I feel like a few tweaks in the anime should be just as good. And listen, after thinking about it for a little bit longer, I'm more upset about it actually leaving the anime on a cliffhanger more than anything. Now, this next one, this might get some people a little bit upset. Listen, I'm talking about Naruto Shippuden. And let me say this first, this is one of my favorite animes. Listen, it's not my favorite all time because I got a lot of stuff I watch now. But it was at one point one of my favorite animes. But when it comes to the ending, I just feel like it didn't hit as hard as I wanted to. And you know exactly what I'm talking about if you've seen Naruto. Like, after everything the story built up, Naruto journey, Sasuke, and everything this man went through, I was expecting something that actually meant something a little bit deeper. And when you see that apparently Black Zetsu was just pulling the strings of everybody and everybody was his puppet, it made it feel so terrible. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I just completely forget that even happened in my mind, because what followed after, listen, the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm a Sasuke fan, and if we being for real, Sasuke, his IQ, it turned into a whole 50, because the man would just, I'm not even gonna get into that. But I just felt like Sasuke really dumbed it down, and before that was the biggest problem. They just popped off Madara with Black Zetsu and came up with this whole I created everything and everybody in my puppet plan, and that I understand why they had to make Boruto, but at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't be a real list if I didn't put Naruto in this list, because it's one of those endings that really mess up a great story, and the story is phenomenal. But I just feel like the story really missed at the end, because it could have had a nice little cherry on top, because everything they built up with Madara, it was amazing. Now this next one, it hits a little different because I actually love Erase. It's one of my favorite shows. Listen, it got the emotion, it got the character development, it got everything you could want. But that ending, listen, it leaves you so confused. It leaves you so discombobulated, because this guy, the guy he been chasing all this time, he finally catches up to him. And he gets knocked into a coma, which knocks everything off balance. And listen, after this man went in this coma, he was out for years. And the villain, he just waited on him the entire time. And when they tried to explain the mindset, they just showed the hamster dying. I'm like, okay, so this man, he caused all this ruckus because a damn hamster died. Like, but that part, it didn't click for me. This is actually the first anime that ever made me go to YouTube and look up the ending. Like, I really had to sit there and be like, okay, so what does happen? So the hamster dying really caused all this? Don't get me wrong, it's one of the greatest shows you could ever watch to this day. But the ending definitely took a little bit of fire out of it. Alright, that's enough about the bad stories. Let's talk about the ones that actually made the story hit 10 times harder. It made you really sit there and just be like, wow, what a beautiful story, man. Listen, these endings, they memorable and they're emotional, memorable, and they make you feel like the journey really mattered. And trust me, there's a reason why these stuck with me for so long. And first up, I want to go on something that I recently just ended, Attack on Titan, bruh. Now listen, I could talk about Attack on Titan for hours upon hours, but let me just talk about the ending. Listen, the ending, when you see everything that happened, how Eren Yeager, he lost everybody who really mattered. Well, a lot of the people who mattered to him, he lost, and it always felt like it just broke him. And you could see that in the ending, because the ending just exemplified that so perfectly. And it showed what everybody was willing to sacrifice. Listen, the part that stuck out to me is when Mikasa, when she had to take that man Eren Yeager's head off and she kissed that man's head. That was, oh my god, that was insane. It's not an ending where everything is happy, but I kind of like that about it. And it's honestly, it had me feeling some type of way at the end, but I gotta say, it was one of the most memorable things that I could think of right now. Now listen, it is fresh off the dome, but I'm gonna forever remember this. But now let's talk about something that I think is a bit slept on. This ending is also great, and this one, it's about friendship and growth and everything like that. We talking about a place further than the universe. Now this ending, it ain't flashy. I'm gonna be honest, it's not flashy at all. It's almost simple, because a place further in the universe, it's like, let me give you a little gist of it. These four girls, they set out to go to Antarctica, and they all have their own different reasons for going, and they really experienced what they want to experience there. They felt like they really gained something and really helped out a friend. And let me tell you, the ending is really simple. They on the boat. They looking up at the stars. They in Antarctica. And they said, hey, we did something with our lives. And they all had different reasons, and you could see that they accomplished that. And this is one of those endings that make you smile, that make you laugh. And I did a deep dive on all these things that I'm talking about. So you might want to check this one out, because A Place Further Than the Universe is severely slept on, and it's one of the most wholesome endings I could think of. And for the last one on the list, let's talk about ReLife. Now this show, it kind of sneaks up on you, and the ending so confusing to explain that it's gonna sound crazy. This ending is kind of mind-bending, but in a good way. Here's the gist of it. You got two people, they both about 27 years old, and they take this pill that makes them look 17, and they relive their high school lives. You get to see the main character almost become like a guide, like a mentor to the other students, and one of the students is extremely closed off, and she struggles to express herself. And part of the story plot twist is that they don't even realize that they're both test subjects, and everyone thinks they're just normal high school students. And the ending itself, the best way I can describe it, is perfectly confusing. Listen, it's complex, it's mind bending, but in a beautiful way, and it's extremely memorable because of that. It's definitely one of the top endings that I've seen so far. That's only some of the animes that I finished that I thought about. Now, these came straight off the top of the dome. But if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit notification if you want to. And hold up, don't go. I covered a bunch of these. Listen, I did a deep dive on almost all of these animes. So, hey, definitely check it out. Listen, we did a deep dive on A Place Further Than the Universe. We did it on Attack on Titan. Erase. I think erase. You know, we covered all these though. So if you like that, definitely check out this playlist or check out this video right here if you want to see more about a place further in the universe. But with that being said, like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to, and it's all still over. Hit the subscribe.